They call it Black Lake. For generations, it's been a place of quiet beauty, a mirror reflecting the sky nestled beside the sleepy town of Havenwood. But beneath its still, dark surface, something was waiting. It started subtly, a fishing boat drifting a little too fast toward the center, a swimmer feeling an inexplicable downward pull, struggling to break the surface. At first, people dismissed it as strange currents or just local folklore spinning new tales, but then the disappearances began. Small boats, then larger ones, pulled under without a ripple, as if swallowed by the lake itself. Panic began to ripple through Havenwood. The authorities sent in a team of expert divers to investigate. What they found wasn't a sinkhole or an underwater cave. It was something far stranger. About 80 feet down in the center of the lake, the bottom wasn't silt or rock. It was a perfectly smooth, curved surface, blacker than the water around it. The material felt like polished obsidian but was unnaturally dense, and it seemed to hum with a silent, unseen energy. It wasn't a hole. It was a floor that seemed to absorb anything that touched it. One diver, secured by a heavy-duty winch, was lowered closer. His equipment began to malfunction. The camera feed distorted, and his voice crackled over the coms, talking about a crushing weight, a feeling of being pulled apart atom by atom. They hauled him up just in time, his gear warped and crushed. Tests on the floor were impossible. Drones that got too close were torn apart by an intense gravitational force. The smooth, dark surface was a gravity well, a localized anomaly that was growing stronger. It was like a miniature black hole had settled at the bottom of their lake. For a while, life in Havenwood settled into a new, terrifying normal. A wide perimeter was established around the lake's center. No swimming, no boating, just watching. Scientists from around the world arrived, setting up observation posts, baffled by the phenomenon. They had no answers, only theories: an alien artifact, a tear in space-time, a geological anomaly beyond all known physics. The gravity well was a contained curiosity, a localized disaster, until it wasn't. One morning, the ground trembled, not an earthquake, but a deep, resonant pulse from the lake. The buoys marking the danger zone began to drift inward, pulled by a force that was now stronger than before. The gravity field was expanding, slowly but undeniably. The water level at the lake's edge began to recede, not because it was evaporating, but because it was being drawn toward the center, the entire lake basin starting to warp and depress. The smooth, unnatural floor was growing. The expansion was methodical, a few feet each day. At first, it just claimed more of the lake. Then the shoreline began to change. Trees at the water's edge tilted, their roots straining before they were ripped from the earth and dragged into the water, vanishing beneath the surface. The docks splintered, pulled apart board by board. The invisible force was crawling out of the water and onto the land. Havenwood was no longer beside a disaster. It was on the edge of it. Panic erupted, evacuation orders were issued, people fled, leaving behind their homes, their lives, everything they had ever known. The town of Havenwood was being consumed. As the days turned into weeks, the gravity well's slow, inexorable crawl continued. Houses closest to the shore began to groan, their foundations cracking. The ground itself seemed to flow like thick liquid toward the lake. You could watch as roads buckled, fences bent, and entire structures were slowly dragged and crushed into the growing anomaly. What lies at the bottom of Black Lake? We may never know. The force is now miles wide and still growing. It is a silent, patient apocalypse, a cosmic horror unfolding in slow motion. It doesn't roar or explode. It simply pulls. It pulls the earth, the trees, the homes. And soon it will have pulled all of Havenwood into its inscrutable, silent depths, leaving nothing behind but a perfectly smooth, dark scar on the face of the earth, a testament to forces beyond our comprehension. Thanks for watching, and if you find these stories as fascinating as I do, be sure to subscribe for more.